Online dating in 2025. Let's get into it, shall we? Hi, welcome back to It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, or welcome to It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, a podcast where I talk about literally anything I want, and it's great because I'm in charge. So, obviously, or maybe not so obviously, I don't know. I can't really know your perception of things, but I am Gen Z, okay? And Gen Z nowadays, when it comes to dating, it's not very much a happy atmosphere that we're in. And I think dating in general is already weird, right? I think we can all agree on that. Like, you talk to a stranger and you introduce yourself and you try to basically be like, hey, this is what I have to offer. Like, this is how fun I can be. This is how much fun we can have together if, you stick by my side and go on a few dates with me and maybe we fall in love. Who knows? Adding a layer of social media and an online presence makes this a whole different demon, okay? And I was talking to my roommate about this because I was watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding, okay? And in the movie, if you haven't seen it, this is my first time watching it. But this woman, she is working in an office and it's like a see-through glass. Well, yeah, see-through glass. And there's this man outside that kind of just notices her. And every day I think he's like buying a hot dog. And every day he's just like looks at her and is kind of intrigued. And, she's always kind of there. And eventually he goes up to her and then, they just start talking and they start dating. That doesn't really happen anymore. Or like maybe it does. Maybe that just hasn't been my experience. But I looked at my roommate and I said, you know what's crazy about dating now is that back then, if you saw someone and you thought they were cute and you thought like that you were intrigued by them, you had to go up to them because you could just never see them again. Like, it could be that this was the love of your life and you missed your opportunity because there was no social media. There was no way to like know who anyone was, and if you don't act now, you're gonna lose your chance because when is another beautiful girl going to step into this pottery class or this supermarket or this theater, so nowadays it's like the complete opposite where there's so many choices. Like, you don't have to like make a move right then and there because like you can just go home and scroll online and swipe left or right and you have so many choices. But it makes this illusion as if we have so many choices and people see like the top 5% of like pure beautiness or quote unquote traditional beauty, I guess traditional mainstream beauty, and they think that they can achieve that in a way. Like, and not saying that you can't, but it's just that we compare our lives to the people that are the most rewarded for their looks online. When it comes to just partners and just relationships in general, we see a glorification version of relationships and people. And to think that like, oh, I can always do better. I can always do better. I can always do better. And this might sound a little discouraging, but like back then you kind of had to like look at your city, your town and be like, well, this is what's available. So, you kind of have to work with what you got. And now it's like there's so many choices that no one makes a choice. It's like the paradox of choice. Like, for example, if you go to Cheesecake Factory has so many things on the menu. It's ridiculous. I went there like a few weeks ago and I was like, why do they have Korean food on here? It's Cheesecake Factory. Like, what's going on? And the food wasn't even good. The drinks were amazing, but the food was not it. And it makes it so that we literally spent like, I kid you not, maybe like 15-20 minutes just looking at the menu because we could not decide what we were gonna get. Then you think of like places like In-N-Out or like Cane's, and they only have like a few options on the menu, and they're so popular and so poppin' that it's like, well, I mean, yeah, these are our choices, so it makes it easier to make a choice of like what you want, what looks good to you, And it's kind of like that. Like, we think we have like all these choices, but really everyone is just like, no, I can do better, and like swipe, 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 swipe. And it's like endless, because even if a talking stage fails, you're like, well, there's always the next one, right? There's always the next one. There's always the next one. And in theory, yeah, there's always the next person that you're going to talk to. But that doesn't mean you're going to have a meaningful connection. Not at all. And honestly, like as I was doing research for this episode, it was kind of scary to see how many men were being just so like passive aggressive with it. I mean, girls too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say that girls don't complain about the dating scene. Of course we do. Like of course we have those conversations of like that guy that was being a creep, and that person that was pushing boundaries, and that person that was just being disrespectful. Like, of course. But like the amount of guys that I saw that were pissed off about splitting the check, or like, yeah, that the girl wouldn't split the check, even though it is just like ridiculous, because like there's no courting anymore. And that sucks to say, but like I feel like a lot of men now, and correct me if I'm wrong, like, and like I don't mean to like make this like a generalization, but I, you know, obviously like the discord that you see within your peers and just like online in general, there is this emphasis that no one owes each other anything. And it makes it so that in a way, like people are trying to detach when they go out and they date, because we don't want to get hurt, right? Like no one wants to get hurt. That's never a good feeling. It sucks getting hurt, and it sucks falling more for another person when they don't feel the same way. But there is this emphasis of like, you don't owe me anything, so it's fine, whatever. But that just kind of just tears yourself down, and like, yeah, you don't owe me anything, but like it'd be nice if you did these things for you, because I would do those things for you. You know what I'm saying? Like even opening the door is like, that's princess treatment. Like what? Like no, like I open the door for people all the time. Literally like leave the door open when like someone's like walking past you. You're like, I open the door for other people. I don't care what age you are. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Like I will open the door for you. Like even if it's a child. Like what? Like to for that to be seen as princess treatment is crazy to me. Like what are we doing? Like what's going on? And me and my roommate right now, we got out of like long-term relationships. Hers was a 5-year relationship, mine was a 2-year relationship, and I've been single for like a few months now. And like I said in a previous episode, I am intentionally being single this time, and I'm not looking out there, because when I first had the breakup, I remember I did try dating apps, but it was like, first of all, way too soon, and also it was very overwhelming because there was so many options. I don't know, and that makes it sound like I'm all like this hot shot whatever. Like no, it genuinely is crazy how many people you just have so like surface level conversations with. And even if you do get someone that has banter or understands your sarcasm through texting, like it could just be that, you know, they actually liked someone else and like they stopped responding to you, or they deleted the app because they also just were like, I'm done with this stuff, you know. And the amount that people like actually delete their app and like get it every few months is crazy, because I know I've done that. I'm guilty of that. And it's just very discouraging in the landscape of things, because it makes it feel like you're never going, like it's never going to end, you know, like it's never going to end. And I know that feels like very, very heavy for anyone who, you know, is just like seeking companionship. But at the same time, companionship isn't everything, at least not in a romantic sense. I think you can, you know, fulfill that with other ways. But I also do understand like why people are frustrated. I mean, I've been there. I understand it. But just going back to the paradox of choice, just to give you an idea of what we're working with here. If you've never had a dating app, and or maybe you haven't had one in a while, and you know you haven't been in that area of the internet, good for you. I think that's great. Like that's like way better for your mental health, I think. Tinder has 100 right swipes per 12 hours. Okay, so you can look at 100 people per day, and that's crazy. That means like if you have it for a week, you could look at 700 people. Imagine even like 50 people in a room. That's crazy. That's a lot of people that you're swiping through. Bumble, the one where the girls message first, it's 25 swipes per day. And okay, that's a little better, but still, even 25 people in a room, that's a lot. That's a crowded room. That is a crowded room. You have to get the party platter for that amount of people. Okay, and then on Hinge, it's limited to 8 likes per day. But I think there's like a free swipe limit, so you can have as many swipes, but like likes, you only get 8. So if it's unlimited swipes, then you could look at an unlimited amount of people. Oh my God, that's a lot. No, yeah, it's crazy out there because again, it's giving the illusion of having so much choice when it's not actually the case. And I don't know, it does feel like people just go in circles. When I was looking online for like Reddit, dude, I only recently started really getting into Reddit, but the things that I find on there sometimes I'm just like, gosh, like this is kind of dark, guys. I found this one thread and it was dating in 2025 is ridiculous. And this one comment here caught my attention. They say, that's exactly it. Before the internet, it was so easy. One city with limited amount of people. You got realistic standard and went for what was available to you. If you were average, you went for average, which is a funny sentence to me. If you're average, you go for average. Now people see the top 0.1% of people in the world and want a partner like that. Then we wonder why Gen Z is mostly single. I don't know about that. I don't know if like Gen Z is actually like maybe the most single generation. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because of every little aspect that I'm talking about right now. It's mainly the dating apps because it's like something you can just fall back to if like something doesn't work out in person. Like if you really want to, from the comfort of your home, you can just get the app. It literally, I think it only takes you maybe tops 5 minutes to like complete your profile and then you're good. And it's like crazy easy. And again, very, very quick dopamine that you get because it's like scrolling on social media. Essentially, it's literally the same thing. And even the app Hinge, that is their little catchphrases like made to be deleted.
Hinge's slogan is the app designed to be deleted. They didn't say why. They never said why you would delete it. They just said that you would. And by those standards, mission accomplished. I mean, passing with flying colors. Congratulations to everyone over at Hinge.
It's also just I've been on Hinge before, okay? So mind you, I know what it's like to be on there. And let me tell you, like, is it made to be deleted? Yeah, but I am not I'm not like getting any dates out of there. And not even because like no one was talking to me. It's just like exhausting having the same conversations over and over again. Again, very surface level. It's just not the same. It's not the same. And I do know, I know some success stories of online dating, but honestly, it's very few people that I know in my life that actually met through online dating and are successful at it. I think what would be super dope, but maybe not realistic, I think if Gen Z just started to boycott all these dating apps, I think that would be amazing for us all because then we could actually go out and meet each other and mingle and not be glued to our screens from home, And don't get me wrong, I be acting like an iPad baby sometimes. I do be on my screen. I'm not going to lie to you. But when it comes to like actually connecting with people in real life, like for example, like even friendships, like all my friends, I mean, I did not meet them on dating apps, it just like happened organically. And something like that. I think putting events together, I know that there's events at like certain bars that you can go to where there's like mingling for people and you can like meet each other or whatever. Looking for things like that, I think that'd be so cool. It's just like you just have to get out there, man. You just have to get out there and actually go up to people. Like you literally have nothing to lose. Like you have nothing to lose because most likely, I mean, hopefully, right, you'll never see this person again if they do say no. But just like putting yourself out there, like it's so great to like even be approached. I think we just need to go back to the 50s. Actually, no, don't do that. What did that Taylor song said? Going back to the 60s or something with all the races. Like, no, we don't want that. No. Not that part. I think we should go back to the part where we just like talk to each other in person and approach each other. And even if you're not interested in someone, you don't have to be a jerk about it and just be like, hey, no, get away from me. Like, no, like, do you know how much courage it takes to go up to someone and ask them out or ask for their phone number? Like, bro, like, that's it. It takes some balls. I'll tell you that. It takes some balls to do that. And I've done that. I've left my number for people before, and it's fun. It's fun to, like, just know that you can do those things, you know? Like, just knowing that I have enough courage to go for what I want. And you know what? If it's not meant to be for me, it's not meant to be for me. But still, like, to know that I, again, have that courage to put myself out there is a very wonderful feeling, because it means that I actually take action for the things that intrigue me. You know what I mean? And before I let you all go, I do want to announce that I have merch out. I'm so excited. I designed this tote bag, and it says, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's my podcast name, obviously, if you're listening to it. And in the back, there is a black heart. I just didn't want it to be empty, and I just thought it was just like a little perfect little bow on top, you know, of it. And I've been using it for work. Actually, I emptied it out to show you, but I've been using it for work. If it's my laptop, if it's all my books, if it's my lip gloss, you know, girl needs her lip gloss. And if it's everything that I need dandy in there, and I'm super excited about it. I've never had merch before. This is my first ever drop, and I'll make sure to leave everything linked in the description. And I hope you get it, and I hope you love it, because like I love it. I wanted to make something that I knew that I would use, and if I like it, I know my audience is gonna like it. So if you want to support this channel, I'm really excited to where things are going. And yeah, just I don't know, say something in the comments, say hi. I really appreciate any comment that I get, even if it's a private DM. Like, I just appreciate any feedback on this podcast, because I've been doing this for 2 years already. And even though it can feel a little discouraging sometimes when, you know, it's not like necessarily Call Her Daddy podcast, it's not like something like that. I feel really good that I'm taking action for the things that I want, like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, if you want to support my channel, my podcast, go ahead and subscribe, get some merch maybe. I definitely be working depending on how this launch goes. I definitely want to like start making a more variety of merch, you know, maybe some shirts, maybe some sweatpants. I don't know. I'm brainstorming, okay? But let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you want to shop for, you know, in terms of merch. But yeah, sorry for rambling. I'm just really excited about this drop, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think about it. Anyways, I'll end it here. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.